son Eric posted a photo of what will be the Trump Presidential Library. Yeah. It's a huge skyscraper. Is that all a library? What else is going in there?
Well, it's going to be most likely a hotel.
I'm tired. I'm just so tired. Okay, so on Monday, President Donald Trump's son, Eric, decided to put out the first renderings of the Trump Presidential Library and Museum. There's just like one small issue here, which is that it doesn't really look like a presidential library, and it certainly doesn't look like a museum. In fact, it looks like just another hotel. And as you just heard from that video, Trump confirms, yeah, it's like a hotel. To be fair, I mean, what would he put in his library? So as you saw, the size of the building is pretty substantial, pretty large skyscraper to say the least, but wait until you see inside what the presidential library is supposed to look like. All right, so we're taking a look at this. All right, of course, you gotta have the golden Donald Trump name. All right, lots of gold. Trump definitely loves gold. It's very gilded. That actually looks like the Reagan Library inside. All right, you got some fighter jets. Nice. I love, by the way, let me just say the Air Force One exhibit where you can go inside Air Force One. I don't know if you can do that at every presidential library. You certainly can do that at the Reagan Library. And that was really cool. I'm not saying that I was a fan of Reagan's administration, but being able to walk inside and tour Air Force One and kind of see what it's like is really cool. So I don't have a problem with them having that there. But the whole notion of this being a hotel is kind of strange. Now, Eric Trump released the full 2-minute video rendering on Monday, and he also included the following on X. He says, the Donald J. Trump Presidential Library is officially here. It's not officially here, they're renderings, but okay. Over the past 6 months, I have poured my heart and soul into this project with my incredible team at Trump. This landmark on the water in Miami, oh God, will stand as a lasting testament to an amazing man, an amazing developer, blah, blah, blah. These images have never been seen by the public until today. Enjoy. Oh yeah, we're really enjoying them. So according to CNN, the renderings were actually designed by a Miami-based architect or an architecture firm, Bermelo Ajamil. And they include reconstructions of Trump's gilded Oval Office and the Rose Garden. Scenes in the mock-ups also resemble the Presidential Walk of Fame installed on the West Colonnade and plans for an immense ballroom. God, Trump loves his ballrooms, man. He loves his ballrooms, okay? Immense ballroom Trump is hoping to build where the East Wing once stood. Okay. Why didn't you just go be like an interior designer, bro? Like, why did you have to try to be president? Like, why, all right. Reference to key moments in Trump's political ascendance also appear in the video. Visitors are pictured riding a golden escalator, much like the one Trump glided down when he announced his first presidential campaign. And inside a massive auditorium, a towering golden statue of the president with his fist raised is seen on stage, mimicking his reaction following the July 2024 attempt on his life in Butler, Pennsylvania. By the way, have we gotten any clarity on that whole thing, the Butler, Pennsylvania assassination attempt? Any new findings from any investigation by the FBI? Just curious about that. But anyway, whatever. Look, this is fine. There, I'm gonna leave it there. This is fine. Okay, you wanna bastardize the whole notion of a presidential library and build like a hotel skyscraper instead? Fine. But is he gonna profit from it? That's the real question. And honestly, I don't really know. Now, look, there are some rules when it comes to the presidential library. They're typically privately funded, so it's not paid by the taxpayers, which is a good sign. And it's not really a presidential library. And Trump says it's only going to be a library in name only. which is strange. So this is Trump talking about, and Trump, this is Trump talking about how he doesn't really do libraries. Okay, so let's take a look at this next video.
It's a library, it's a museum or library, it's a presidential, but I wouldn't start it till I'm out of office. I don't believe in building libraries or museums. It's really like the Barack Hussein Obama one in Chicago. In not a good location, and it's a very unattractive building that's seriously late and seriously over budget. I think you're going to see a great one here, and it'll go up on time, on budget, best location in Miami. They say it's the best block in Miami, and the state worked with us.
Will people live in the floors?
No, it's going to be most likely a hotel. You know, this concept could be office, but it's most likely going to be a hotel with a beautiful building underneath and a 747 Air Force One in the lobby, which is going to be a trick.
Is he looking to profit off the presidential library? It looks like that's what's going to happen here. It looks like it's just another Trump hotel. And there might be some artifacts from his presidency involved in some of the floors or something. Okay. According to NPR, it's unclear how long the construction will take or how much this will actually cost. And the architect firm has declined to answer any questions about it. However, a nonprofit called the Donald J. Trump Presidential Library Fund was set up in December of 2024 after ABC News agreed to donate $15 million toward a future presidential library as part of its defamation lawsuit settlement with then candidate Trump. Over the next year, that fund got an influx of cash from various legal settlements with Meta, X, and Paramount. By the way, these private funds for the president also could be used for corrupt purposes, right? Buying off politicians, buying off the president. The fund was dissolved by the state in September of 2025, just days before the trustees' vote, after it failed to file a mandatory annual report. It is not clear how much money was in the fund, but a trio of federal Democratic lawmakers pursuing the issue says it could have held up to $63 million in settlement money. That's crazy. So I don't know what happened to that money. I don't know what the end result of this Trump library is really going to be. All I know is this guy is always looking for some way of profiting off of anything and everything. This is how billionaires operate, right? I mean, they're just thinking about exploiting any and every opportunity to make money. My brain doesn't work that way, which is why I'll never be a billionaire. I don't even care about being a billionaire. As long as I'm able to pay my bills, that's all I need. But I would be so excited if I were lucky enough, fortunate enough to gain enough trust from the American people to become president of the United States. And I would be elated that I get a library that's privately funded. But with Trump, it's how could I use this for my own purposes? How can we use this to build another Trump hotel? So we'll see what the end result is. And honestly, ultimately, I don't care. I think at the end of the day, once he's gone, it'll be so much of a relief that his library isn't going to matter to me much. But I'm curious what you all think. So comment, write in. Very curious what you think in the comment section below.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.